Hey guys, Lou here. Today I want to talk to you about negative influences and how letting them get on top of you can affect other things in your life and maybe hold you back in your life. The thing that struck this for me today was I think I've came across my first hater on the Super Mummy page, and I did a lovely video on Sunday night. I had quite a lot of you on board with me, and we were just talking about clean eating, what clean eating meant. There was nothing abusive or anything that shouldn't have been in the video that would have been offensive to anyone. Anyway, someone reported it and tried to get it deleted. However, it didn't get deleted. It's still on there. You should watch it. But it got me thinking. I was actually at my beautician's at the time when I got it. I was having a bit of me time, and she's like, "Wow, does that not bother you?" And I was like, no, because I'm a massive follower of the law of attraction, which for a lot of you might be quite woo-woo, but I'm a massive believer in that when you let negative influences in on your life, other things in your life start to go wrong. And for someone who's gone through hell and back, I'm pretty aware of how that works. But I seen it as what I always try and do is try and look at the positive, even if something is awful. And I just looked at the positive and thought, well, I'm doing a good job that someone needs to delete my video off of a page where all I'm doing is trying to help women throughout the region and hopefully the world at some point. That's genuinely my aim at the moment. But what kind of got me thinking was, it is actually something that when women get in contact with me, is something that comes up a lot is, I always ask women how they feel, because it's important that I get to that pain of what's stopped them so far from getting to where they are and how bad they're actually feeling with their body shape. It gives me a lot of insight into where they're at, and I get a lot of people telling me that their partners told them they're unattractive, that parents have told them, you need to lose weight, you're not going to be able to run about with your kids, you look terrible, and sometimes negative influences can be really close to you, and it's really difficult. And I know that a lot of the women I work with, and especially women that have had this, I've had to say, listen, you need to try and find a positive, you need to try and switch off and move on. And I think I need to be fully transparent here so that you can see how I've done this. So as most of you know, I went through a terrible time after Lawson, and the tail end of last year I was just at rock bottom and finally decided to make some massive changes. One of those massive changes was actually to get rid of a business I'd had for 12 years that I loved, but I very much lost my love for it because I was torn between my little guy and the place of business I had at that point. And on the day where I was supposed to open a whole new chapter, someone decided to drop a big bomb on me. And this has continued for a few months. This person will not leave me alone. I've had letters, phone calls, I've even had my little boy threatened in one of them. And it would have been easy to let this person win. It would have been easy to lie down and be like, why is this person trying to be so cruel to me? And I decided, after a few weeks of kind of being a bit upset about it, why the hell am I bothered what this person thinks? This person's not stopping me changing my goals. This person's not going to stop me from, I've gone from to hell and back, finally got to a nice place. I'm not going to let this person spoil what I'm doing, because it very nearly did affect me pushing myself forward and pushing the Super Mummy formula forward, something that my husband and I planned for a long time. He'd been desperate for me to do it since we had Lawson, and I just was not confident enough. And as I say, this was quite a recent thing, and it was all kind of happening as I started to launch Super Mummy. And it was a wee bit nerve-wracking at the time because I was expecting a lot of shit back from it. And there was a little bit, and I had to, make sure the person was even blocked off my page. And it was nothing I've done to them. It was just that they wanted what I have, or were jealous of what I had. I don't know. That's their prerogative. But how I dealt with it was I kept going. And if anything, it lit a fire inside of me that had very much been trying to come back out. And it was kind of a case of I either went back to where I was, or I told myself, do you know what? Let's just completely go the other way, and that's what I've done. And I haven't looked back, and I'm actually enjoying life again and enjoying what I'm doing. And it's one of those things where, if I'd gone the other way, I wouldn't be helping people. I wouldn't be, I don't know where I'd be. But I had to just switch off from it. And I suppose what I always do, and I always think of, when someone's negative towards you and are holding you back, you've just got to think of the fact of what is it they're going through that's making them be like that. I am very big on not hating people who try and push negative feelings upon you. I'm very big on not resenting them, not feeling like you need to go and get revenge. It's very much about how you deal with the situation, because it's how you deal with it that affects everything else. And this is what I'm trying to get at. If I had dealt with it differently and I had let it get to me, I would not be doing what I'm doing right now, and I wouldn't have hundreds of women that I'm helping every day. I've got women on my free groups, I've got live women, I've got women on online groups, I've got people coming to me for advice. I wouldn't be doing that if I had held myself back and I had let those negative influences in. So I toyed with where I was going to share that and all, and I feel that maybe it was a good thing to share in that it gives you an example of sometimes life can be really tough. Sometimes somebody can be so negative in your life, and even if they're not supposed to even be in your life, but you can switch off from it and you can say, no, I'm going to do this. Don't let other people hold you back from what you really want, is what I'm trying to say. And I know that a lot of the women I talk to say that, I've had a couple of women that are like, everyone else has gave up on me. My family say, I'll always be fat. My family say, I'll always look like this. I'm never going to get myself together. And you've just got to try and, I suppose, prove people wrong, or just decide what you want and go for it instead of letting the negative influences in. Something I sometimes do as well, because things bother us. We're humans, we're supposed to feel. So if someone's negative towards us, of course it's going to have some sort of effect. If it doesn't affect you, then, you've maybe got some issues with your own feelings that you need to deal with. But, we're human, it's okay. But as dealing with it, it's just riding over the situation and thinking, how can I fix this and how can I make that better? And that's what I did. I just want to say to you all that, just let go of any negatives that are stopping you. If people have drilled into you that you're not good enough, if people have told you that you're always going to be that size, prove them wrong. You can do this. Hopefully this video has helped. I see there's quite a few of you on with me. Hi guys. If anyone needs to share anything like that with me, feel free. I say it's something that's shared with me on a daily basis, and I hadn't thought too much about it until I spoke to my beautician the other day when the video got deleted. And I suppose I should say thanks to whoever did that, and probably thanks to the person who did try and put a negative influence on my life, because like I say, it certainly lit a fire that very much burned before I had my little guy, and it was very much almost out and starting to burn again as I started to change things. And I chose it was going to burn and it wasn't going to get put back out by someone else. And that is the best way to live your life, I think, is not by letting people pull you down and negatives. And there's negative situations, it's not just negative people, I suppose. I always do this, don't I? I sound like I'm going to stop the video and then I keep going. But, other situations can pull you down as well, like money, fight, work, friendships, relationships. And I suppose the point in it is just trying to find a positive in it. And trust me, I know that some situations feel like, how is there possibly a way to fix this? And I suppose the way I always look at it is, can it possibly get any worse? And what can I do to change it? It's all about reaction. And sometimes it's easy to use those negative influences around us as an excuse not to go for things. But just don't let other people hold you back. If I had done that, I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing, and I absolutely love what I'm doing right now. And if any of you have followed quite a lot of my videos, I did a video not so long ago saying how I'd talked to one of my mentors, and I was saying that I was confused as to why I wasn't super happy about what I was doing, because I should be. I know what creates a buzz for me, and I couldn't understand why. And he's like, you're not allowing yourself to be happy. So it's a massive thing for me. This is a good thing for me as well. So what I'm saying is, despite the fact I had this terrible time, got it together, and then something else happened, I've got it together again and I'm enjoying it again. So don't be scared that you're not going to enjoy stuff again. You can, but it's up to you to change it. So if you're at rock bottom because of other people, turn it around. You won't look back. And believe it or not, and I say this to a lot of people I work with, that when you're changing the shape of your body and you've got stuff like that going on, it does affect it. And I actually had this conversation with some people last night in one of my sessions. They're not on with me at the moment, I don't know, but it was okay. And they were saying how, gosh, it's so true about how the minute you sort other stuff in your life, that, and you know, you start looking after yourself and putting yourself first, that other stuff starts to fall in place. Which was really nice to hear, and I can't say what had happened for this person because it's we back on. I can't say what happened to this person, but something really good happened for this person, and it was just really nice to hear that someone had listened to those kind of principles. So that's why I thought I would share it. So there's a few things happening. I always find that when something happens and I'm thinking about it, lots of other things start happening, and then I have to get it on a video. I like to share it with you all. But yeah, so really take heed that if there's negative influences on your life, that you really need to try and push past them. Sometimes you've got to let negative influences go. I'm not saying go and split with partners or anything like that, so please don't think that's what I mean. But I mean, you know, if there is negative influences, sometimes you need to tell them that that's a negative influence and that you need to let go of that negativity and you don't need that negativity anymore to be able to move forward. I'm a massive believer in talking to people, but I'm going a bit off topic there, but I just want to make sure that people realise that we all have negatives in our life. Can you hear Lawson coming over? He's had enough of being quiet. He's on his new bike. He got an early birthday present from his gran, and all he does is go around the gym hours and hours at a time. I've lost track of where Rosanna always put me off. But yeah, just think about those negative influences on your life and how they're affecting. You're coming into the camera very quickly. Very quick.
Mummy, they didn't start it. Wait, it's not
You want to say hello?
It's not going fast enough, so they broke it.
Okay, say hello very quickly.
Hello.
Hey guys. Say, do you think I'm cute? Do they think you're cute?
No, they don't.
They do. Right, off you go. So mummy finish their video. Okay guys, so that's probably my cue to finish the video because he's getting impatient. But yeah, just take heed. If there's negative influence on your life, start turning them around so that things become more positive, especially when it comes to changing the shape of your body. You need to be able to concentrate and get rid of that. Hope this video has helped you in some sort of way, shape or form. I've got a few more videos coming out in the next few days, and one of them I'm going to be doing is basically my role as a coach and what I love so much about it. So it's a more happy one. This one was maybe a bit depressing, but it's just good for people to know that we all go through the same kind of things. So anyway, have a great day. Speak to you all soon.